Most land investors start their search for land deals by targeting an entire county. The problem with this approach is a county is a massive area. I mean, heck, even a zip code can be a massive area with lots of properties that you don't even want to buy, which means you'll have to spend a lot of your time sorting through properties that have nothing to do with what you're actually looking for. But what if you could zero in on the exact properties you want in a hyper-specific geographic area? Instead of reaching out to thousands of random property owners across an entire county, there's a way you can draw your own map around the exact types of properties you actually care about. If you're looking to buy properties around lakes or on mountains or near highways or outside of big cities, let me show you a few powerful ways to do this with the lasso tool inside the land portal. By the way, if you don't have a land portal account yet, you're welcome to sign up through the REtipster affiliate link. And if you sign up through that link, you'll get 1,000 free exports when you sign up. Just go to retipster.com/land portal. You can also find that link right beneath this video. All right, so once you're in your land portal account, if you've ever used this before, you know that the typical way that we start targeting and finding properties is to go up here to this filters button, click this open, and the usual first steps are to pick the state and the county where you're looking. And the reason that a lot of us think this is because this is how the data is collected and maintained. The county collects and holds all this information and then filters it up to data services like Land Portal, who can make it easy for us to get to it. But you don't have to start with the county level. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this area. Over here, you'll see this little lasso tool. And when we come to an area like this, Silver Lake, let's say we wanted to send mail or text or cold call all these people that live around this lake. Well, we can take this tool and just start drawing around the county like this. We just click it every time we want to put a new point in there and go like this. And any parcels that fall inside of these boundaries that we're putting here are the ones that will show up on our list. When we're done, we can just double click it like that. And then we can proceed with the rest of our process see where it says polygon here now? So that is our polygon. And we can now say we only want the vacant lots within that polygon that are between maybe, 0.2 to 1 acres, and on it goes. I've got a whole separate video explaining each one of these filters if you want to check that out. I'll be sure to link to that beneath this video too if you're interested. But the idea is with this lasso tool, we can very specifically target this geographic area. And then when we click apply, the only options it's going to show us are the ones that fall in this area. And not surprisingly, most of these lots are already built upon. So there's only like 5 actual vacant lots here because we checked this vacant lots box. And we can pull them up and see them right there. And we could skip trace these people right here from the land portal and call them and maybe have them on the phone in the next 10 seconds if we really wanted to. I mean, you could do this exact same thing if you were trying to buy properties on or around a mountain, for example, or a river. So let's go find a mountain or a river and do the same thing. So if we go back to the land portal homepage and let's zoom in on some place in Colorado, find a good mountain to go shopping around. So same kind of thing. We just open up the filtering sidebar and then grab this and we can start drawing a polygon around these mountains. Now, normally I wouldn't be this broad. I'd like pick a pretty specific mountain that I actually care about where I know it's buildable and usable and all this stuff, but you get the idea. You just keep drawing this polygon and double click it and go through the exact same thing. That polygon, it kind of looks like it's gone, but when you see over here, this little polygon that was added, that's how you know it's actually focusing on a specific geographic area that you just defined. And same thing, you go through here and click apply. I didn't add any other filters to this, so it's probably going to find a lot of them. But obviously you would probably want to get more specific about how you're looking for not just properties in these mountains, but what specific kinds of properties in these mountains. Again, there's tons of filters to choose from here, so you can get pretty specific about it. So this is what I would use if I was looking for, say, trophy properties, as my friend Travis King calls them. Properties that are very unique, kind of like one of a kind, very desirable, because there's some special attribute about them. It's not a commoditized property like a desert square where there's 500 of the exact same things surrounding it. Like it's truly a diamond in the rough or a one of a kind property. So that's one way you can go about doing that. Now let's look at a different use case for this kind of lasso tool. So another way you could use this is, let's go ahead and just get rid of this thing. I don't really care about that polygon anymore. What if you're looking for properties that are on or near a major highway? There's all kinds of reasons why you might want to do this. There are tons of businesses that go out of their way to be on or near a highway. What if you run a trucking or logistics company? Or what if you're looking for properties that you could put an outdoor billboard on and you want all that traffic visibility to be able to see it driving by it every day. Even if it's not on the highway, just being near it is a huge asset for many different businesses. And you could do that pretty easily. Just zoom in on whatever highway you're interested in. It could be multiple highways. I've done this before when I was looking for semi-truck parking properties that I could either acquire or just change the use to that. All you got to do is zoom in on these highways and grab the lasso tool and just kind of draw this polygon around the highway. And depending on how close it needs to be, it could be like literally right on the highway, in which case you'd want to make it a fairly narrow shape around that highway. You could go around this highway too, this kind of thing. Or if it's the kind of thing where it's like, it's actually fine if it's like a mile away from the highway, that's okay too. Then you could make it a bit wider and do this kind of thing where it goes a little bit further out. Just kind of do this sort of thing, go around, and you get the idea. You just want to be pretty geographic specific about where you're looking for these properties. And whenever you're done drawing your polygon, however much of a perfectionist you want to be, just double click it and same kind of thing. Now we're looking for only the vacant lots. Or actually the way that I did this when I was trying to look for semi-truck parking properties was I didn't even really care if it was vacant. I just wanted it to be zoned commercial or industrial. And I wanted the acreage to be at least 4 acres or larger. So we could say like 4 to 1,000 acres, whatever. We could say that we want the use to be commercial. And the more specific you get, the smaller your list is going to be, but that's the idea. Again, the main takeaway here is you don't have to look at these properties throughout the entire county or even zip code or even city. You can really target it very well with the polygon tool. Go ahead and apply this, see how many show up. And again, depending on what types of properties these are, it could make sense to send them mail or maybe just skip trace them right here through the land portal and call them up right now. By the way, if you ever do want to skip trace these, look at that, 75 million bucks. Go ahead and open this up. And all we got to do is click skip trace right here. It's going to pull this up. We can click confirm. And look at this. We got a name here with 2 phone numbers. It was that easy to do this. And by the way, these single skip traces are free to do. They don't cost anything. And if you've got the Land Portal mobile app, you could do this just while you're driving by a property. Say if you drive by a property, hey, that looks good. Pull it up. It'll sense your location. You can click that property and property owner and skip trace them right there and call them from the same phone that you're looking at them through. Pretty nice, huh? So that's another use case. Another thing I want to show you. So this is kind of going back to the original concept of looking throughout an entire county, but you can get more specific than that. So for example, let's say we're looking around, I don't know, maybe Omaha, Nebraska. So we could zoom in on Omaha, and most of us land investors have a similar philosophy where we're not necessarily looking for land in the heart of a big city. We're looking for land around that city. So maybe anywhere from like a 45-minute to 2 or 3 hour drive away from that city. So one way we could do this is either pick the counties surrounding the county that Omaha is in. So like, don't even look in the county where Omaha is. Look at the ones around that with no big cities in them. Or an alternative is you could use the polygon tool. So let's zoom out a little bit. Let's open this up. And if we open this thing up, so we can kind of see right there visually where Omaha and the surrounding metropolis area is just by the coloration of the map. So what we could do here is use the polygon tool to kind of draw around that. And this is the donut shape around the big city. I'm not sure what the technical term is for that, but you'll kind of see what I mean in a minute. So what we're going to do is draw the interior border like that. Then we're going to go around and sort of do the same thing, just a little bit further out. Come all the way back over here and kind of make a little donut. It's definitely not perfect or that pretty, but kind of get the idea. So now that we have drawn that geographic area, we can go about sorting our list the way that we normally would. Say we're only looking for vacant lots. We could specify the acreage range we're looking for, maybe like 5 to 50 acres, fill in the blank, whatever it is you're looking for. But the key here is we weren't limited by the county or even the zip code boundaries. We were limited by the exact boundaries that we drew with the lasso tool. Now, one quick thing I want to point out is that there is a little pitfall when using this kind of lasso tool if you are drawing boundaries that overlap multiple counties. I had this the first time I was looking for truck parking facilities, and I basically drew this same kind of polygon I was showing you with the highway. I spent about 10 or 15 minutes drawing a super complex polygon around all the major highways that went throughout all of West Michigan. So I think it overlapped like 3 different counties. And then when I tried to filter the list, it just gave me 0 results, even though I knew for sure there had to be results based on what I was looking for. The reason it did that is because every county does things a little bit differently. Well, I shouldn't say every county, but a lot of counties have minor variations in how they report property types in this data so that Land Portal can then pick it up and give it to us. And when there are these variations and we're trying to pick a single filter that applies everywhere, it'll kind of just get confused because we're asking for something that isn't consistently there in the multiple counties that we're spreading our polygon across. So just keep in mind, if you want this to have the maximum reliability, you'll probably want to just focus on doing these lasso polygons in one county at a time, and then do it again in the next county, but don't have the lines overlap multiple counties, if that makes sense. So in case you didn't know about this little polygon tool, it's super useful for all kinds of different purposes, as I just showed you. I'm sure there's more that I'm not even thinking about, but in case you didn't know about it, I wanted to show you because I know it's kind of just there, and some people just sort of breeze right over it and don't even realize what they can do with that. Again, if you're not using the Land Portal yet, you probably should. Go ahead and sign up through the REtipster affiliate link and get those 1,000 free exports, retipster.com/Land Portal. And if you want to see some other cool ways you can use the Land Portal, there's tons of stuff it can do. Check out the full playlist. I'll link to it beneath this video. There's a lot to know about what this can do. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.